Ще не вмерла України, ні слава, ні воля.
Our rally, which we have every weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, since full-scale invasion Russia between Ukraine back in February 24. But we are here to remind everybody that the war started more than 10 years ago, from Crimea Peninsula annexation by Russia and from occupation of part of Ukrainian territory, Donetsk and Lugansk region. We are here to remind people in the United States that war in Ukraine is going on. Every day, hundreds, if not thousands of people, Ukrainians, are getting killed. Most of them are civilians. They're getting killed by Russian bombs, drones, missiles, you name it. We are here also to ask America to help Ukraine, to support Ukraine both financially and militarily. We also here to thank America for their help, to thank for this 60 billion which American Congress, 60 plus billion actually approved several weeks ago. But we also here to remind people that Ukraine needs more support. Today is special day. Today is June 1st. It's so-called International Children's Day. And we are here today to remind people in America that thousands of Ukrainian children, for some, there is no official statistics, but some people believe we are talking about tens and even hundreds of thousands Ukrainian children since 2014 were taken by Russians, were taken and brought to Russia. And we know that because of that, Putin is a war criminal officially by international court. He is named as a war criminal because of his crime against Ukrainian children. So we are here to remind people that thousands of Ukrainian children were taken by Russian soldier and by Russian state, and we are here to ask to do everything possible to return those kids to their parents and to return those kids to Ukraine. Traditionally, we start our rally with Ukrainian anthem. Yeah, today we have our kids with us, and we do both anthems, Ukrainian anthem and American anthem. So which one will you start from? Start from Ukrainian or from American? Okay, we'll start from American anthem. Выходь вперед, выходь вперед.
А вони перед колонкою стоять нічого?
Даніла, послухай ноту послухай.
Щоб вони собі робили.
Даніла, давай.
Oh, say, can't you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight of the rampart we watched were so gallant ніженькі, як роса на сонці, запануємо ми, браття, у своїй сторонці, душу й тіло ми положим за нашу свободу і покажем, що ми браття козацького роду. Душу й тіло ми положим за нашу свободу і покажем, що ми браття козацького роду.
Молодець!
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Glory to Ukraine!
Glory to the heroes!
Glory to Ukraine!
Glory to the heroes!
God bless America!
God bless America!
God bless America!
God bless America!
Thank you, USA, for standing with Ukraine.
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 Good afternoon, San Diego. What a beautiful day in a beautiful city, in a peaceful country. Our national anthems were sung by two wonderful little girls. One of them, a Ukrainian American. The other one, a new Ukrainian American who had to leave her home in Mariupol. Her home that does not exist anymore. Her childhood that has been disrupted by this horrible war. But Carolina sings the national anthem. She goes to American school.
Oh,
She sings during our rallies almost every single week to raise awareness. Please get out of the way. To raise awareness that this war in Ukraine is still going on and that Ukrainians need world support. Ukrainians need American support. As this weekend is dedicated to International Children's Day, I want you all to think about all of the children whose lives have been disrupted by this horrible war, this unprovoked war. Over 1,000 children, in fact close to 2,000, have either been killed or seriously injured. So many of these children have lost at least a limb, some of them two. That is an unfair way to raise a child. It is an unfair way for a child to live her childhood. Russia has taken children, abducted them, taken them to Russia, changed their names, changed their birth dates. These children will never return home. They will never see their parents. They are doomed. They are doomed for Ukraine. They are traumatized forever. This should never go on. All of these things that are happening in Ukraine today, all of the actions that Russia is doing in Ukraine, all of those actions are actions that are genocide. And we as a humanity need to do something. In 1948, the United Nations Convention on Genocide said that if we notice that genocide is occurring, we as a world, as a humanity, need to act. So perhaps it is time to call what is happening in Ukraine genocide so that the world can act. Now please look at these children. So many of them have no childhood. Children in Ukraine for over 4 years do not attend school. For 2 years it was because of COVID, and then 2 years because of this war. Can you imagine your child going to school and spending it in a bunker? Can you imagine leaving your child at school and not knowing if you will be able to return to get them at the end of the day. No one should live like that. As Russia is bombing all of the Ukrainian infrastructure, when Russia is bombing power stations and dams, destroying the way of life for so many people, destroying childhoods, taking parents away from children, we as a humanity, as a world, cannot be silent. We cannot be complacent. Because if we are silent and we are complacent, we are as guilty of all of those actions as Russia is. So please don't be silent. Please do not be complacent. If you don't know how you can help, come talk to any one of us. We will tell you. And if you do know how to help, tell someone you know to help too. Because only together we will be able to fight this evil. So thank you very much for your time and for your attention. I hope you enjoy the rest of this beautiful day in the park. God bless this wonderful country we live in. And slava Україні!
Героям слава!
Героям слава! Кароліна, хочеш жити без війни? This song called "Хочу жити без війни," which means in Ukrainian, I would like to live without the war. We have Carolina from Mariupol singing the song, and as Nadia said, she and her mother, Christina, they lost their home in Mariupol. They're here with us. They're lucky because more than 20,000 civilians in Mariupol were killed by Russian carpet bombing over there.
Хочу жити без війни, хочу так, хочу я жити без війни. Ми намалюєм світ, де ми разом будем жити без війни. Хто як не ми, стане пліч-о-пліч тобою. Хто як не ми, хто як не ми, хто як не ми, руку тримаєм з тобою. Хто як не ми, хто як не ми, бій серце розвиває, він на селі не повертає, руйнує все, що люди знає, не хоче війни. Досить, втомила нас бажання осінь, брехні і зрад досить, хто як не ми. Хочу жити без війни, хочу так, хочу я жити без війни. Ми намалюєм світ, де ми разом будем жити без війни. Зможемо ми волю свою відстояти. Зможемо ми, зможемо ми, зможемо ми зло кинути за грати. Зможемо ми, зможемо ми. Що робили братами, сьогодні стали ворогами. Невже ж так має бути він, не хоче війни. А отже, чуєш, досить, де матері до сотих досить, до бою радів досить, насилля спини. Хочу жити без війни, хочу так.
слава! Carolina, 6 years old. Thank you very much.
Hello, San Diego. That was Carolina. Let's give her another hand. She was fantastic. Boy, what a tough act to follow. I'm going to sing a song. No, I'm not. I'm going to tell you about Ukraine and why I support Ukraine. This is a very interesting time in our history, very critical time. Ukraine was really not doing well on the battlefield till recently. It was 6 months where aid from the United States was cut off, no further funding was provided. Western Europe aid was a trickle. Ukraine started to lose on the battlefield, giving up territory, giving up cities. And now Kharkiv, the second largest Ukrainian city, is in danger. So this aid package that was passed by the United States, followed up by different security agreements signed with the European nations and Ukraine, definitely are helping the cause. As those weapons get into the battlefield, there will be a turnaround. There will be a day of reckoning. Thousands of people, you might not know this because you don't see this on the news, thousands of people die every day in Ukraine. That's a tremendous, unbelievable bloodshed that's going on. And yet, you don't hear about this in the news. Why is that? Well, there's stuff going on in the Middle East. That's getting the news attention now. And that's important. People are dying in the Middle East. That's a critical region. But what's happening in Ukraine will set the course of our future and our history of Western democracies for the next 50 years. Nothing is more important. If Ukraine does not prevail in this war, we will get World War III with Russia, because Vladimir Putin is not stopping with Ukraine. And how do I know this? Read it in his own words, his manifesto that was written in 2021. He will go after other countries, the Baltic states, Poland, Moldova, Georgia. Once that happens, this is no longer a conflict between Ukraine and Russia. This is World War III, people. So if you hear stories, you hear comments on the news about we can't give Ukraine more aid, we can't give them weapons, we can't give them long-range missiles, they can't strike in Russia because this is going to escalate the war, we cannot do anything to escalate this war more than it already is today. Russia will not use nuclear weapons. Why is that? Because we know over the last 70 years, there's been a doctrine out there called mutually assured destruction. Meaning if one person shoots off a nuclear weapon, the whole world is destroyed. Even Vladimir Putin is not stupid and crazy enough to do that. So let's not be afraid of the warmongering, the saber rattling, the stories about we're going to use nuclear weapons if this red line is crossed. Russia has seen many red lines crossed. They have not been able to escalate the war further. They can't. Their army, 90% of it is in Ukraine. Who are they going to fight another war with? So let's support Ukraine to win, not just to stalemate, but to win this war. That's the only way we're going to prevent World War III. So I support Ukraine because in my mind, everything that we're doing to try to prevent World War III is making it come to pass if we do not support Ukraine. This is like 1938 all over again, where the Western countries did not want to fight another war. They just went through World War I. They were afraid of escalation. They were afraid of Adolf Hitler and Nazi Germany. So they gave in. They made a policy of appeasement. Give Hitler what he wants. Give him Austria, give him Czechoslovakia, give him half of Poland. But that didn't work, did it? That caused World War II. If the U.S. and the Allies would have stood up in 1938, instead of going over to Munich and signing a peace accord, which wasn't worth the paper it was written on, then there would have been no World War II. Hitler would have been stopped at his tracks. If we do not stop Vladimir Putin today, we will have World War III. And it won't be just the United States and Russia. It'll include China. It'll include North Korea. It'll include Iran. So the only solution in my mind is to untie Ukraine's hands. Support them to be able to get the weapons they need. Support them with long-range missiles. Support them by able to strike into Russia anywhere they see fit. Support them by sending advisors over to train their troops. If we act now and we act decisively, this will be a turning point in history to the good side, to the rule of law. So if you support the rule of law, stand with Ukraine.
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 If you support justice, stand with Ukraine.
Stand with Ukraine.
If you support liberty, stand with Ukraine.
Stand with Ukraine.
So I support Ukraine. I want you to support it too. Call your congressmen, call your senators, make sure that the message is heard. We will fight, we will stand by Ukraine. Because as our Declaration of Independence stated, we are endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights, those being life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Slava Ukraini!
Героям слава!
Slava Ukraini!
Героям слава!
Slava Ukraini!
Героям слава!
God bless Ukraine and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Thank you, Don. Thank you very much. Thank you. Карина. Карина. Де Карина? Карина. As we said, today is International Children Day, and we will have many performances by Ukrainian children here. What is the name of the song? Тополя? Біла Тополя? Біля. Біля Тополі? How will be Topola in English, you know? Okay, it's Біля Тополі. It's a tree name which I cannot translate to English, unfortunately. White Topola. Біла Тополя. Thank you very much. Thank you for your donation.
Сива у розпачі плаче, сина все чекає, та в Бога Бога його душа, мам. Я бою за волю пішов далече, за правду і долю нових поколінь, за тих, хто в морі далеко, і крилами лелеки повернуться живі там, де біля тополі калина росте. Мамині очі чекають тебе, сива у розпачі плаче, сина все чекає, та в Бога його душа, мам. Я бою за волю пішов далечі, за правду і долю нових поколінь, за тих, хто в морі далеко, і крилами лелеки повернуться живі.
Слава Україні!
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава Україні!
Героям слава! Glory to Ukraine!
Glory to the hero.
Glory to Ukraine!
Glory to the hero.
God bless America!
God bless America.
God bless America!
God bless America.
Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine.
Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine.
Thank you, USA, for standing with Ukraine!
Thank you, USA, for standing with Ukraine.
Thank you, USA, for standing with Ukraine!
Thank you, USA, for standing with Ukraine.
Чи маємо спікерів? Світлана? Юля? Ні? So as we said, today is International Children Day, and we have many performances by children here. Next one will be Черепаха Аха Аха, which means turtle, urtle, urtle, something like that. So, in spite of the war, kids are smiling, kids are laughing, and their parents together with them. Окей, стаємо. Дивіться, перший сюди, іди сюди, Даніела сюди, Данилко сюди. Мікрофони передаємо, тому що у нас один мікрофон для співів. Розумієш? Мікрофони будемо передавати. Данилко, сюди ставай. Сюди. Okay, guys, we do it first time. Please, your applause to kids. Черепаха, аха, аха. it was song Черепаха Аха Аха, which means turtle, turtle, turtle. Okay, once more. We do it once more.
Second time.
Okay, на біс, ми робимо на біс, ми робимо на біс. Добре? Стали як стояли, стали як стояли.
Thank you once again. Дякую.
Thank you very much. Дякую, guys.
We're gathering here every single week. We started 2 weeks prior to full-scale invasion because we actually thought that if the international community mobilizes and we push back, that Russia is not going to invade Ukraine full force. Well, we were wrong in that. But ever since the full-scale invasion, every weekend we're gathering here to remind people about this terrible war and about the heavy toll that people in Ukraine are paying. People paying this price not only for their own freedom, but also for us to be able to have this beautiful day here, as Russia is challenging not only Ukraine, but us here in the West. They're challenging the whole democratic world, the whole free world. And if Ukraine were ever allowed to fall, we would be living in a completely different system where autocracies and tyrannic regimes rule supreme. And it's up to us right now, us here and our people in Ukraine and our troops on the front lines, to be that wall of defense and to protect the basic human dignity and human rights.
Thank you very much for your donation.
Thank you. Thank you. I just came back from Ukraine a couple of weeks ago, and I can't wait to go back in a few weeks. And some people ask me, why do you go to Ukraine if the war is still going on and it's not as safe? But it's only when you go there you can feel, you really feel that this is the frontier of the free world, and our future is being decided right there. I'm from Kharkiv, and you hear Kharkiv's being shelled every day and every night, and they are targeting apartment buildings. And yet Kharkiv still has close to 1 million people living inside of the city. My sister and her family are one of them, and my friends, and I'm asking them why they are not leaving, and they say it's because Russians want them to leave so badly, and it's their way to resist, and they're trying to go back about their lives. Kharkiv is extremely resilient, from building schools and subways to planting flowers every time there is a shelling or a rocket strike, to putting up boards and painting them where the bombed down buildings are. But the whole city is just, I'll try to explain, it's so beautiful and it's so well maintained. It takes its pride that it doesn't succumb to Russian terrorism. And it's only when you go there you can see that strength, that resilience, and feel the kindness that people have towards one another. It's really inspiring. If everyone could experience that just for one day, I think there would be not a person in the world who would not care, who would be indifferent. Russians are shelling and terrorizing civilians, but we don't talk enough about our troops. Our troops are just yesterday's civilians. There's no family that's untouched, where a brother, a father, a son has gone to the front lines. We all have loved ones who are serving. Some of my friends who are just right now doing some heroic, superhuman stuff, really superhuman stuff, they were just everyday humans 2 years ago. I want to tell you a story of my friend who was actually a IT designer. He was designing software. Very, very smart guy. And he lived in Kadovska, Khersonska Oblast. And the very first day of full-scale invasion, his town was under occupation, fell under occupation. And Russian terrorized that. They checked who had pro-Ukrainian views, who considered themselves a Ukrainian. They had torture chambers, they arrested people, they put people in holding cells. It was absolute hell. And people there did resist, and they went outside to protest. But unlike Kherson, that was a much larger city, in Kadovsk, people were arrested. It was just really, really horrible. And he lived under occupation for a few months because he was unable to flee for the longest time, as Russians were not allowing people to go to a free Ukrainian territory. There were no corridors. So eventually, he and his girlfriend decided that they're going to go through Crimea and Russia. They had to stomach it, and they had to go through filtration camp. So they escaped through Crimea, through Russia proper, through Moscow, through Finland, through Lithuania, and they came to Poland. And they spent 2 weeks in Poland, and his girlfriend decided to stay there, and he decided that he cannot. He has to go back to Ukraine and defend it, because he felt it was his responsibility. His girlfriend couldn't understand that. She felt that he was abandoning her, and they broke up. And he couldn't believe that she wouldn't understand that, because love for Ukraine, love for Ukraine represents, the ultimate freedoms. It's about human dignity. Leaving it behind, he would never feel that he is human again. So he crossed the border to Lviv, and he enlisted the same day. And right now, he's frankly a badass, and he is in the east fighting right now, and he is a lead team for his reconnaissance unit. And just 2 years ago, he was a civilian. And I can tell you many stories like that. We have the best and the brightest serving on the front lines in Ukraine, and they're frankly the best and the brightest of humanity, because they have the values, and they actually do something about it. They defend the values that they believe in. And we're here asking you to remember these people, to remember their sacrifice. Many of them haven't seen their families in so long. I was just talking to guys, 36 Marines, and they had 2 weeks off in the last 19 months. 2 weeks off in the last 19 months. Just think about it. The rest of the time they're in trenches, they're fighting on the very front lines. And yet, people don't give up. I don't hear the despair. And when I ask them what they need our support through help. They need our support through information sharing. They want people to know what they're doing, where they are, and why they're doing, and to care. We're asking you to care, to please not betray the sacrifice of these guys on the front lines and of the civilians that are resisting right now in Ukrainian cities, because Russians simply want them to flee, to go. Thank you. God bless America, and Slava Ukraini.
Героям слава!
Carolina. Again, today is International Children's Day, and kids are performing. We got Carolina back, 6 years old, from Mariupol, and we have a quite unusual choice of song. It's quite famous song called Zombie, and it has part in English and part in Ukrainian. So please look at Carolina. Does she look as zombie?
Nej.
But you will feel it. You will feel it, I promise.
Another hey slowly, Charlie slowly taken. Other violence causes silence, who are we mistaken? But you see, it's not me, it's not my family. In your head, there are fighting, and their tanks, and their bombs, and their bombs, and their guns. In your head, there are crying. In your head, zombie, zombie, oh, ooh, 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 ooh. Jehovah, Dilo, Faloy, Stalo, Bethany, Hanu. They did not in your head, they're all fighting, and their thanks, and their bombs, and their bombs, and their guns, in your head, they're all crying, in your head, zombie, 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 what's in your head? In your head, zombie, 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 oh, 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 So crazy.
Heroyam Slava.
Yes, this Ukrainian part didn't work this time. Okay, Carolina upset. She didn't hear my signal, so we'll do it again.
Okay.
Another hey, hey, slowly, Charlie slowly taken. And their violence caused such silence. Who are we mistaken? But you see, it's not me, it's not my family. In your head, they're all fighting, and their tanks, and their bombs, and their bombs, and their guns. In your head, they're all crying. In your head, zombie, 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 what's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie,
Stand with Ukraine.
Stand with Ukraine. What else is
Співаємо гімн і розходимо чи як? А прапор носимо сьогодні?
the flag?
Людей мало. Сьогодні мало людей на прапорі. Мало людей.
Хто хоче дитячими долонями? Хто вміє танцювати дитячими долонями? Давайте сходьте сюди посередині, у мене є музика, так що зіграємо. Побачимо, що з цього вийде. Давайте.
What else are we doing?
Журавлі?
Лена.
What else are we doing?
Another song.
Another song.
Дитячими долонями після цього. Yeah, we have another song, Журавлі.
Is that the title?
Daniela, ти вже 6 years old? This is Daniela, 6 years old, just several days ago.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, happy birthday.
Там журавлі летіли клином, вечірнім небом за селом, а мати сива, батько сивий, дивились небо за вікном. Один журавлик повернувся, змахнувши їм своїм крилом, іначе сином обернувся, почувся голос під вікном. Мамо, мамо, відкрикнув криком журавлиним. Мамо, мамо, і янголом злетіли. Чуєш, тату, я захищав свою країну, а ви живіть тут, як колись. Я вас прошу, мене пробачте, інакше просто не зміг. Болить, я знаю, та не плачте, і в небо янголом злетів, голосить матінка за сином, а батько наче скам'янів, вдивляється у небо синє, ой, за хмар чекає він. А ключ у небі журавлиним махає їм з небес крильми, то не сім'я літа пташина, то наші янголи
Даніела Пашко, 6 years old. Дякую, дуже класно. Дитячими долонями давайте спробуємо. Виходьте. Танцювати будемо. Абсолютно. Виходить всі, хто хочуть. Yeah, we have a dance by children called дитячими долонями, which means so we will protect Ukraine with children's hands. Готові? Зараз музика піде.
Нам дитинство спалене війною принесли на крилечках птахи і обходить радість стороною кожен день українських дітлахів. Та не треба говорити, що весни не буде, Україна буде жити, бо такі в нас люди. Дитячими долонями закриємо країну, дитячими долонями врятуємо батьківщину, дитячими долонями закриємо країну, дитячими долонями врятуємо батьківщину. Ми ракети спинимо руками, стане мирним небо назавжди, землю рідну нашими серцями, ми разом закриєм від біди. І не треба говорити, що весни не буде, Україна буде жити, бо такі в нас люди. Дитячими долонями закриємо країну, дитячими долонями врятуємо батьківщину, дитячими долонями закриємо країну, дитячими долонями врятуємо батьківщину. Дитячими долонями закриємо країну, дитячими долонями врятуємо батьківщину, дитячими долонями закриємо країну, дитячими долонями врятуємо батьківщину.
Ну що, потренувалися, тепер по-справжньому давайте потанцюємо. По-справжньому. Тепер це була репетиція була. Повертаємось всі. Тарасик, повертаємось. Давайте. От тепер по-справжньому робимо. А то ви так. Дорослі доручайтесь. Оленка, давай, вставай, чого ти? На задньому, давай. Готові? Починаємо. Підходьте. Всі підходьте. Yeah, we will protect Ukraine with children's hands.
Нам дитинство спалене війною принесли на крилечках птахи і обходить Україна буде жити, бо такі в нас люди, дитячими долонями закриємо країну, дитячими долонями врятуємо батьківщину, дитячими долонями закриємо країну, дитячими долонями врятуємо батьківщину. Ми ракети спинимо руками, стане мирним небо назавжди, землю нашими серцями, ми разом закриєм від біди, і не треба говорити, що весни не буде, Україна буде жити, бо такі в нас люди, дитячими долонями закриємо країну, дитячими долонями врятуємо батьківщину, дитячими долонями закриємо країну, дитячими долонями врятуємо батьківщину. Дитячими долонями закриємо країну, дитячими долонями врятуємо батьківщину, дитячими долонями закриємо країну, дитячими долонями врятуємо батьківщину.
Героям слава!
Yeah, the song says that we will protect Ukraine with children's hands. Today is International Children's Day, so that's why we have children here. But we are here every weekend to remind people in America that war in Ukraine is going on, and every day hundreds, if not thousands, civilians and military personnel are getting killed by Russian bombs, bullets, drones, missiles, you name it. We conclude our rally with American and Ukrainian anthem. Давай, Даніела, ми готові.
Oh, say, can't you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night when our flag was still there. All say down that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And now Ukrainian anthem.
Ще не вмерла Україна.
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Glory to Ukraine!
Glory to the heroes!
Glory to Ukraine!
Glory to the heroes!
God bless America!
God bless America!
God bless America!
God bless America!
Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine!
Stand with Ukraine!
Thank you, USA, for standing 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 with Ukraine!
Thank you very much. This rally was dedicated to Ukrainian children. Thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of Ukrainian children were forcefully taken to Russia by Russian state. And now their whereabouts is unknown even for their parents. So because of that, Putin, Russian president, announced as a military, as a war criminal. The international court announced Putin war criminal, especially for taking Ukrainian children forcefully to Russia, taken from their parents. So we are here to remind people, that war in Ukraine is going on every day. Hundreds, if not thousands, civilians are losing their lives and getting killed by Russian bombs, missiles, drones, you name it. So stand with Ukraine, help Ukraine, assist Ukraine. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, and I thank you. And now you've seen most of the International Children's Day rally that occurred in San Diego on the 2nd of June 2024. A few minutes after the end of my filming, I would be asked by a man named Jonathan Brooke, who attended the rally, if I could help edit some of the videos he took in Ukraine. I gave him my email so he could eventually send the videos to me, and in turn, he gave me his YouTube channel, to which I am now subscribed. I recommend you check out that channel. Overall, I enjoyed attending that rally. However, I was not done attending rallies yet, for just over a month later, the House of Ukraine crew went to Coronado to take part in the local 4th of July parade. Of course, I would wind up participating in the parade and filming most of our participation there, so stay tuned for that one. For now, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe, and stay tuned for future episodes of this series. For now, I'm Jonathan Lombardi, and this has been Trident.
Ще не вмерла України ні слава, ні воля. Ще нам, браття українці, усміхнеться доля. Згинуть наші горіченьки, як роса на